Hello, my beautiful little Moglets. Today is going to be a mystery. I kind of had a thought about talking about my 6 stars and which ones I'm still using and which ones I'm not, but ultimately I didn't have any ideas today, and I heard a good tip for like writer's block, which is almost kind of the same thing, is just starting. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty fun just to go through my heroes, say which ones I'm not using anymore, either at all or not very much. However, I should note that just because I'm not using a 6-star means they're not good or something. I'm just kind of lazy in a lot of cases, and when a certain team can clear something that I'm going for, like either Wyvern or Labyrinth or whatever, I just don't really feel like experimenting. I found what works, and so I change it, right? But yeah, so obviously we can start with Destina here. She doesn't have gear. I don't use her anymore. That's definitely not to say she's a bad character. I think people are starting to use her for PvP actually because of the dizzy spam and how you can clear all the debuffs while giving combat readiness. There have been a few times where I've considered using Destina and then I remembered, oh wait, she has no gear. And so I was like, okay, I'll just use this other healer. She was actually my very first Nat 5, I believe. Maybe it was Says. So I've gotten a lot of use out of her. I don't use her anymore, but of course, with new content coming up, could be time to give her gear back. But yeah, so Dizzy I obviously use a lot. I'll also pull up their stats just so you can see how bad everyone is. I've also been starting to use her for Labyrinth as well. I'm actually holding off doing Hell Mode Labyrinth because we'll be getting some new bosses, and I kind of want to save those entries for the new Hell Raid bosses. I don't know why, but it means I also don't have to do that until the update drops, so I'm fine either way. But yeah, Dizzy, very good for, I believe, Carcanus as well. I actually don't use Biken super often except for Guild War. There I use her almost every time because actually the whole AoE thing I'm trying to go for is actually working way less good than just all my single target damage like Biken and Shermia with, you know, Luna. That was kind of my typical arena team before I started trying to change everything. Luna, Shermia, and Biken, and they were actually pretty dang good. Also with Judith, of course, to boost their combat readiness, because ultimately if you can kill, you know, 2 before they get a chance to attack, most of the time they're no threat anymore. Shermia, for example, has almost never failed to kill anyone with a burned ult. You know, even on like Angelica's, I see that doing 20+ K. Biken can also usually kill with their S2, S3 combo, because it's 2 attacks, and also once the bleeds explode. Yeah, as long as they don't have like an immunity. But yeah, may very well try throwing Biken back in there. Luluka, it's a little bit sad, but yeah, she's actually not that good for in-game players, I would say. At least not right now. I tried her in a few like AoE-centered battles with like Says and Dizzy, and you know, it worked out okay, but it's like, I don't know, she is a little bit too like jack of all trades for me, I guess. I do like the fact she has a decent chance for AoE defense break, but it's still not super reliable. I was also trying her in some normal Labyrinth because again, I'm holding off on Hell Raid for now. And again, you know, she does okay. I heard with Tamarin, you can get a lot of morale using her, and I think it's Tamarin and Dizzy actually, but I don't have Tamarin, so I can't really test it. But yeah, I don't use her super often except for fun. I really like her design as well. Hopefully she either gets buffed or there's gonna be content coming up where this skill set would be like especially good, because yeah, right now it's just a little bit weird. Shermia, I use Shermia literally everywhere. I love her so much. I also love her design. She can spam her ult so often, and it does big numbers. With Hellcutter, she always has 100 crit rate, I guess, pretty much anyway. 242 crit damage. So yeah, I gave her some decent stuff. She's a bit slow, but that doesn't matter, which is actually good to give Hellcutter some more time. And yeah, I don't think there's a place I don't use her besides like Wyvern, I guess. Luna is mostly right now just Wyvern 11. She still has this weird broken set. I literally just have a crit chance and then like, yeah, it's broken besides that. I guess I've just been too lazy to fix it because, I don't know, she serves her purpose just fine for Wyvern 11. I do bring her in Labyrinth actually quite often, so that's not totally true. And since Wyvern and Labyrinth, besides the few arena battles I'm doing, it's pretty much the only thing I'm doing actually, then, you know, I probably should fix it, honestly. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll try and fix Luna's gear after we get done talking about the rest of my 6 stars. Lidica, I really like as well. Mostly Hell Labyrinth, which I'm not really doing right now, but she is so good for that. Getting the targeted on there with Song of Stars, slowing them down with her ult. Always combat readiness, reduction, and manipulation, so it's always really cool. But yeah, mostly Labyrinth for Lidica. Says, yeah, I actually use him on and off for farming. You know, he has some AoE. I've tried using him in arena, but obviously, you know, his stats aren't super great right now. He does struggle to one-shot. He has pretty low crit damage. Yeah, I could try switch that out, but then he's gonna have low attack. Just all around not that great. I'm not even sure if I actually need these 4 crit chance sets, because he has like a lot of critical hit chance on, you know, well, not that much. There's 14, and there's 13, and there's 12. So I don't know if he actually needs 3 crit chance sets, but I'd say he's an on and off arena unit. I don't have ML lots, unfortunately, so I can't do that. Then I could get rid of the speed boots, give him attack boots, and well, I'd probably invest in a better ring there for him as well, if I were gonna do that. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get ML lots, would be fun then. Well, by then they'll probably both be nerfed for some reason. And then we have Assyria, my newest 6-star. As I gathered from the comments, and of course as she is actually best paired with Tamarin and Dark Corvus because they both have very powerful skills that kind of start on cooldown, I believe. So yeah, of course her second skill would be good there. She's currently not set in stone anywhere yet. I've been playing around with her in different content. I think I tried her in Labyrinth as well. Yeah, all around she is actually fine. She's pretty versatile just because she has defense break, honestly, on her first and third. Then we have Ravi. She's getting some big, nice buffs soon, and I actually still use her anyway for Queen Azumashik, whatever how that's pronounced, the final normal raid boss. We don't have the hell one right now anyway. Yeah, she's my frontline, you know, she is decently tanky. Her stats aren't very good right now, but she has the lifesteal set along with the lifesteal on her first skill. So I usually have Angelica in the front to tank, but for Queen Azumashik, I actually put Ravi in front because, you know, Queen Azumashik is gonna mostly hit the front line and she doesn't have any skills that can go on cooldown. Whereas, of course, when Angelica's skills go on cooldown, that's pretty bad. We also got Watcher Shuri. I'm unimpressed with him so far, but that, again, is probably because of his gear being bad. You know, 3k attack. I thought he had way lower crit chance, honestly, because he misses a lot of crits. And then 233 crit damage. So, you know, it's like okay, but I don't know, it's nothing like super exceptional, but that's probably because I'm used to Shermia's burned, greater attack buffed, also single target, and even though hers is only 50% defense penetration, I've never seen Watcher Shuri's damage come anywhere close to Shermia's. I am sure Shermia does have the better gear, but like just looking at their stats, it's not that much different. She does have quite a bit more attack, but that's also because she has a higher base attack. You know, they almost get the same from gear. He gets 2k, and Shermia only gets, you know, 2200. Not that big of a difference. But yeah, we also got Shadow Rose. She has been completely and totally benched. I actually don't know why, because she is a good and solid unit, you know? She also has defense break with her second, and it's guaranteed unless it's resisted. You know, even though she is a little bit on the slower side to be a combat readiness manipulator for arena, she is still, that can still come in handy in PvE situations, so, you know. Also a very high chance to decrease defense, but only if their health is more than 50%, so then it goes to unhealable. I actually don't know why I'm not using her, to be honest. She could actually replace Ravi as the front line because she is an actual tank, but then I wouldn't be using Ravi, so I don't know, it's a hard toss-up. I really like both of them, so whatever. Angelica, also, everyone knows she is like one of the most OP healers, probably besides like Tamarin or something, but still, I guess they're different in that regard. But yeah, I use her pretty much everywhere as well. She's pretty much the only healer I use, to be honest. Even though I've raised like 4, I guess. Crozet, specifically Wyvern 11, nothing else, never even tried him anywhere else. Well, I think I tried him once in Guild War when a lot of my units died in the second battle. So there was that. Sid has been benched. You can see half of his gear is off. I never got him to do good damage, but that might be because he's always been second priority when it comes to gear. I don't know, looking at his base attack, you can see he has about 1,000. Well, actually 999 apparently. So his base attack is pretty low, but I was using him for a period and he gets a lot of extra turns. Hazel, I don't use anymore either, I believe. I used her once recently for something, but I forgot. I think I was trying Golem or something and that didn't really work out. But again, she is solid, you know, especially with Rod of Amaryllis. She is actually a decent healer. Also the greater attack buff, but you know, since I'm mostly using Shermia as my damage dealer, then it kind of goes the way somewhat because she can give herself that. Laurie is another one I don't really use anymore. As you can see, she is missing some equipment. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of the same story. Like, all these are like single target DPS, Sid, Lorena. Most of the ones I don't use anymore are just because I have enough single target damage and the ones I like to use. So I don't know, it's not they're bad, they just kind of got outclassed, or maybe not even outclassed, maybe I just gave them the better stuff, you know. My only point is that they're not bad just because I don't use them. Thinking if I should actually take some of this stuff off Sid when I'm not using him anyway. You know, 16 crit chance there, 6 speed, it's an okay sword. What's this helmet? Attack, crit chance, 8 speed, it's not that bad. 11 crit chance, 20 effectiveness. It's a pretty solid ring for it being a ring, you know, because good rings are pretty hard for me. Oh yeah, we also got Soul. Haven't touched him, obviously, as you can see, just got him to 6-star because it was free to do so. We got enough duplicate souls in the event. But yeah, you know, I'm sure he's interesting. I think I also saw a video, but this was a while ago, so I kind of forgot who actually did it, but someone was doing Soul and Dizzy for Hellraid Carcanus, and that looked pretty good as well. My next planned 6 stars are probably perhaps Celestial Mercedes, but I'm also thinking about doing Guider Aether as well. He really impressed me when I fought him in Guild War once. Just doing tons of damage and also healing. It's just really weird. But yeah. Besides that, I don't know. I was thinking about Achates, but I think reviving is getting kind of nerfed soon with Lilibet coming. I don't know how big of a deal that'll be, but yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. So what about our Luna over here? Should we give her some sets? I mean, looking at her stats, it's actually not that bad. You know, 70 crit chance is pretty much exactly the crit chance she needs because of her passive gives her 30%. 250 crit damage, you know, it could be higher, but it's not that bad either. Attack, again, yeah, it could be higher. We are missing 2 sets, but I mean, she probably has like, you know, the substats. I would like her to have more effectiveness, so maybe we can swap out this ring. It's a decent ring though. 19 effectiveness, 11 crit chance. Oh yeah, there's also Kisa I could consider as well. She's a natural 5-star after all. Well, the bad thing is, since no one else really runs a lifesteal set, I can't swap it out with someone I'm actually using right now. I mean, I could give it to Ravi since she has a lifesteal ring anyway to make Ravi a bit better, but obviously don't want to give the 57 to Luna then. And the substats really are decent. So if I like don't have a ring with like at least okay substats with attack on it, it's like, what's the point? But I'm sure we should at least be able to get like one more set, maybe not like a full speed set or something. Switching out one of the speed pieces with an effectiveness would work. Well, this would be an option, but I don't want to trade excess crit chance for 18% attack. Oh, well, geez, that one I would say is near perfect. It's unfortunately just not raised. Since I have all the crit chance I need currently. Ooh, or I could think about this one as well. Speed, effectiveness, attack. Speed, attack, crit damage, but we only start with 2 oh no, that's a speed sword anyway. A 70 attack, crit chance. Oh no, I don't need crit chance. Well, I think I don't want to lose that much speed, so yeah, but then this one has crit damage. Crit damage is always nice. Alright, we're gonna go with the attack, crit damage, effectiveness, I suppose. We have quite a few swords here. Let's see where the subs go. Gonna get it to 3, and I don't know, we'll decide based on the sub rolls. 8 crit damage. I don't know if crit damage is really the best sub roll, honestly, because, you know, you get like 40% from a set or something. Effectiveness, we need more effectiveness, so that's cool. Attack, let's go attack. Alright, you know, effectiveness is cool. It's cool. My Shadow Rose also had an effectiveness weapon on, but it had way too much crit chance on it, so yeah. We can only really get it up to 12 for now. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, it's not even as good as this one right now because that 13 crit chance is completely unnecessary. I mean, not completely, but like, kinda. What? 1 speed? Dude. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to scream, but like, come on, really? I didn't even know that was possible on a 85. Yeah, okay, it's better than like flat health or attack or defense or crit chance especially, at least with our current gear, but 1, like not 2. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty much perfect sword if the subs would be higher. Attack speed, crit damage, effectiveness, maybe crit chance for most others, but in her case, yeah, it's alright. We will lose some attack for now, but get a bit of crit damage, and of course, we'll get an effectiveness set as well. So she has 58 now. Much better. Still not really as high as I want. Or maybe it is, because I think her ult always has elemental advantage, and that plays a part in if it gets resisted or not, I think. So, I don't know, maybe that's enough actually. She lost a lot of attack, geez, she was almost at 3k. I think I made her worse. Well, that's what I'm good at. Anyway, I guess that'll do it for today's video. Sorry it was kind of random. I guess there was sort of a theme at least, so that's something. But yeah, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.